Good afternoon, Miss Elaine from BMW and Porsche of Ocala. I'm Scotty, one of the BMW and Porsche product geniuses, and today we're taking a look at this beautiful 2017 BMW X1 28i xDrive. Now, the X1 is just absolutely a gorgeous car. Really took a lot of the styling cues from the current X5 and really just brought a lot of great styling to this model. Previously, in my opinion, the X1 was a little lackluster, but really for 2016, when these new ones came out, it really just popped. So this, as I mentioned there, 2016, this is a brand new model. It is all new chassis, all new engine, all new everything on the car, the latest technology, really sharp stuff. And this car in particular is going to be finished in a space gray metallic and has one of my personal favorite interiors, the Mocha Dakota leather interior, which is just absolutely sharp. It looks almost like a dark chocolate. Now, this one being a 2017, it's going to come with a lot of great features on this car. This one's going to be a very well-equipped one. This one being a 28i is going to come with the 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. That generates 228 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque. And it's going to be paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission that gives it a 0 to 60 of 6.3 seconds. And this one being an xDrive, which we see by the little badge right over here on the side, lets us know that this is in fact the all-wheel drive model. So this can send 100% of available power to the front or rear wheels right on demand. You don't even have to do anything. The car does it all for you. So it's really cool stuff. But this car is, as mentioned, going to be a very well-equipped one. So if we go ahead and start off on the front right over here. Now, depending on the years, the packaging thing is on the change over here. But this one's going to have the lighting pack, which is going to give it the LED adaptive headlights. I can turn up to 15 degrees either direction as you're heading along Dark Country Road. It also turns on the corresponding LED fog lamp down below when you're taking a corner. But these lights also adjust horizontally as you're increasing in speed, so you have better visibility at longer distances. So it's really cool. They just think of every little thing on this car. And if we come over here to the front grille, we can see this really stylish. It does have the signature BMW kidney grills right over here. And even though everyone always associates the rings with BMW, which we call those Corona rings, now BMW has cut them almost in half and gave them a much more aggressive look to it. So it really just adds a lot of styling to the car. But if we come right down over here to the front bumper, we see these little dots right over here. Now that's going to inform me that this car actually comes with the driver's assistance package. Now the driver's assistance package, of course, as we can see, comes with the front and rear sensors. So we're going to go ahead and come to the back for those. So if you're pulling to your garage or backing up to a parking space, you don't have to worry about a thing. But of course, without parking sensors, without a camera, is just no good. So this car does in fact come with the camera, since it does come with the driver's assistance package, which is right over here. It's a really nice HD camera. We're going to take a look at that in just a little bit. Now this car does also come with the premium package, which once again, depending on the year, changes names all over the place. Lots of fun stuff. Well, that pretty much tells us is that if I just want to unlock the door, all I got to do is just reach for the door handle. And if I want to lock the car, all I do is touch these little lines right over here. Pretty cool stuff there. So they just call that comfort keyless access entry. Also means I'm going to have auto dimming exterior and interior rear view mirrors. Pretty cool stuff there. Lumbar support on the seats, and you have 4 ways of adjustment on that, so that's always really nice. Of course, automatic headlights, automatic windshield wipers are standard on the car, but it's also going to give us a full year of satellite radio. And since this is a service loaner, you do get that full year, which is really nice. So if I go ahead and come over here to media, and this infotainment system is just really easy to work too. So it's just, that's actually my full job, is to show you how to work all that stuff. And we can see it's activated right now, so we don't have to worry about a thing. It's all good to go. But on the interior of this car, it's really spectacular. Since it does have the premium package, you also get the ambient lighting right along over here. Now, it's a little bright to be able to actually see it, but there'll be a faint little glow, and you can kind of see that orange light. At nighttime, it's really nice. It gives it a really nice little styling throughout the car, really a premium feel, and that continues on all the way to the back, too. You can see it a little better in the back seat right there. Really sharp. But man, is it chilly out. And because it's a little chilly, I did turn on the heated seats on this car, which really helps me out over here. I'm always cold, so that's pretty much a demanded option. And since I see the heated seats on this one, it also lets me know this car actually has the cold weather package, which gives me a heated steering wheel right over here. Like I said, this is a very well-equipped model. Really sharp stuff. And just under 4,000 miles, since this is a service loaner, it's really good here. Of course, auto folding mirrors, or my apologies, folding mirrors, as well as the same button to fold them right back out. One-touch window control, everything like that. But the automatic headlights are right over here, so you don't have to ever worry about turning those off in the car. Your fog lights are manually activated right down over here. Really easy stuff. High beams, of course, just pull it right towards you. And then with those LEDs, the high beams on this car are really, really spectacular. I absolutely love them. Of course, automatic windshield wiper right over here with the rear control right over here at the end. Really sharp stuff there. And a cruise control. Now, one thing I do like about BMW is how they put all the steering wheel controls readily available. You don't have a stock for this, a stock for that, another thing for this, another thing for that. They just have everything of importance right here on the steering wheel. So my cruise control functions are right over here. So all I have to do is just turn it on or off, hit set, and you're good to go. That's it. You can increase in speed, decrease in speed, whatever you want to do. Well, if we come over here to the right-hand side, we have a lot of media controls. Now, this one's going to be a little difficult to kind of get the camera angle at the same time, so my depth perception's always a little fun to get sorted here when I'm looking through the camera. So let's go ahead and adjust this here. Now, watch this. Since I'm on satellite radio right now, it lets me know right over here. If I wanted to change the radio station, I don't even actually have to look at the screen right over there. I can just spin this little wheel right where my thumb is, and we can actually see it change it to whatever radio station I want to listen to. And whenever I'm ready to listen to that radio station, I just go ahead and press the wheel in, and now I'm listening to it. Really easy stuff. Same thing for adjusting the volume for the radio is right over here. And then mode right over here, which switches between the last media you're listening to. So if you had Bluetooth audio, which this car does have, so you can just have your phone wirelessly hooked up, listen to Pandora, Spotify, Audible, anything like that. You don't have to worry about it. You can even change the song or anything like that using the same little wheel. Pretty cool stuff there. You also have your answering and fanging up the phone button is right over here. And of course, if you have your iPhone hooked up, you can actually use Siri right from this button right over here. So if you just got a text from your phone, you want it dictated to you, or you even want to reply back to that person, have Siri do it. Just press and hold this little button right over here, and she'll get you all taken care of. So really nice stuff there. And of course, we come to the infotainment system where a lot of the other features are located right on the car, and how to operate everything is controlled by this little dial right over here. And once again, that's actually my personal job, is to show you how to work that. So it can be a little intimidating to some of the newer customers to BMW, but it really is an easy thing to learn. So if we're on satellite radio right now and I wanted to get out of that, I can just hit menu. And we can see this car is equipped with the navigation business system. So if I hit this little guy right here, we can see here's the navigation system. It's incredibly easy to operate. If I want to enter in an address, all I got to do is come right over here, enter a new destination, depending on what I want to do. Let's go and enter a fresh address. And I always like to show you just how fast you can actually do it. So I'm going to come right over here, and once again, my depth perception's a little messed up over here, so and we're going to go ahead and do the dealership. So I'm going to do Southwest College Road, and as soon as I start putting the L, it'll usually figure it out. And let's go ahead and just scoot it over here. Aha, there it is, Southwest College Road. And I already put in Ocala for us, so I'm just going to hit Start Guidance, and look at that, we're already on our way.
Follow the arrow on the display. When leaving, turn right onto SR 200 South.
So this lets me know what time we'll actually be arriving is 5:14 p.m. and that it's only 0.8 miles away because we're pretty much at the dealership right now. It's really cool because that'll also adjust for traffic, and it updates every 3 minutes. So it's just amazing, and it's all hooked up, ready to go. So if you're going over to Gainesville or anything like that, it would tell you plus 5 minutes due to traffic. And if it's a little too much traffic, it would actually tell you to reroute around that if it actually makes sense to, all automatically. So you don't have to worry about a thing. And that's all these little green and yellow and red spots on the map. That's the actual traffic information. So it's really cool, and that's actually done through BMW, so you don't have to worry about satellite radio trying to charge you extra or anything like that. BMW takes care of that. 4 years, unlimited mileage. Pretty cool stuff there. That's all done through the BMW Assist system. Now, talking about warranty on this car, since this is a service loaner, of course, the warranty is really good on this one, and I don't like to misquote, so I always like to make sure if you do have a question on warranty, just give us a call back over here. The standard warranty on BMW is 4 years, 50,000 miles, and of course, depending if it's certified or not, would extend it out. But if you do have any questions on that, just give us a call. I'll be happy to explain that one a little further to you. Coming right over here to the gear selector. The gear selector, some people always have a lot of trouble with it on some of the other BMWs, but X1, they really simplified it. It's just a normal automatic right over here. You can push it on over to the left, put it in manual mode or sport mode. Really fun stuff. This car is really customizable, but then you actually have the driving modes right over here. Now, whenever you turn on the car, you're in a comfort mode, but if you want to drive a little more sporty, you go over here. Car goes into sport mode. Throttle response sharpens up, exhaust gets a little louder, the steering gets a little heavier, a little tighter. Changes the whole driving dynamics of the car, really makes it behave like a BMW should. The ultimate driving machine. That really is where it's at right there. Then, if of course, this is a 4-cylinder. You want to get that great gas mileage, you come down in the Eco Promo, they can get you up to 20% better on gas mileage than even what the sticker says. This car can well exceed 30 miles per gallon really easily on the highway, and even in the city if you use Eco Pro. It's really darn impressive what you can get with these cars. Pretty cool. Of course, down below that, we do have the park distance control system. We'll go ahead and activate that now. And then we can see this car, since it does have the driver assistance package, also can parallel park itself. Pretty darn cool stuff there. But there's our backup camera right over here. As I said, a really nice HD picture with the guidance lines and everything like that. Really easy to operate. It's all adjustable too if you want to adjust brightness, contrast. Really easy stuff there. Of course, if you are bringing this car into the great Florida mountains that we don't have, you do have a downhill descent control right over here for going down steep mountains, so you don't have to worry about overheating anything or having to rev the engine or anything like that. You're good to go. The car will take care of all that for you. Pretty cool stuff there. And of course, plenty of space down below the little armrest right over here. And inside the armrest itself, plenty of space. Do have a lot of storage in this car. Big old glove box right over here with your wheel locks. And of course, dual USB charger for charging your phone. You got the cup holders right over here with more space. My goodness, there's just space all over the place. And of course, we have the water bottle holders right over there, which are door arm cards, of course. Now, one thing I'm always just a little sucker for is just little extras right over here. So if I wanted to raise the trunk lid, all I got to do is just lift this little guy right over here. The trunk lid will pop open. And if I want to go ahead and lower back down, mainly we're just seeing privacy screen right now. But I can actually raise and lower the trunk lid right from within the car. Really easy stuff there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats. And I did want to take you a look at the interior of the car. Because right now with the lighting, oh good, the camera looks a lot more brown. So it's really sharp. But kind of in the shade, it's kind of a black. What I really like too, thinking about Florida weather right over here, they do put little perforations right over here so the leather breathes very nicely in the hot days. It's really sharp, and this is definitely one of my top, honestly, probably one of my top 3, or if not the top leather interiors on these cars. I really love the Mocha. And of course the back seats. Now I do have my seat back very far to make camera filming a little easier, but even with the seat in all the way back position, you can still see you have plenty of space back here. And of course, you do have little air vents, which really came to my attention that a lot of manufacturers are kind of jipping out on that lately. No rear vents on a lot of cars, but this car does still put them back here. Thank goodness German cars are still thinking about the people. So plenty of space back over here. That wood grain interior does transition all the way to the back as well. It was a little hard to see in the front, but let's see if I can get a better angle of that too. There we go. And that is actual wood. They don't use a veneer or like any kind of fake wood. Is actually a real wood trim, so it's really sharp. And of course the tailgate is electronically opening and closing as we saw on the inside, but there is plenty of space in the back. The seats do fold down to give you that extra space. You do have the privacy screens back here in case you have like a TV or something in the car. Maybe you don't want people to see that. You have a little AC outlet in the rear in case you need to inflate like an air mattress or a tire or anything like that. That's all there for you. But luckily, you don't even have to worry about inflating tires on this car since it does come with the roadside assistance for 4 years and limited mileage. Flat tire, run out of gas, anything. You're stuck on the side of the road with anything wrong, call them up. It's a little SOS button right inside, and they get you all taken care of. And of course, you do have plenty of extra luggage space right over here. We see your carpet and mats are located right down over here as well. And that's about a good, I would say about 8 inches, maybe 10 inches deep right over there. And it goes all the way to the front right over there. And you can see you really get a lot of extra cargo space under there. Really good for hiding like private documents and such. We're going to go ahead and close this back up. And this car, I really do like the 18-inch wheels on this car. So they still have plenty of meat on the tires, so it's going to be a very comfortable ride, but they are very stylish. I mean, look at that. My goodness. Really gorgeous style rim there. And it does come with the wheel locks, as we saw a little bit earlier. But the last little thing I do want to show you is the panoramic moonroof on the car. And to open that up, we're just going to go ahead and press this little button back over here. And there's that SOS button. So the flat tire, run out of gas, anything like that, that's that button. But the moonroof opens up all the way back. It's quite a biggin'. Really sharp stuff there. Plenty of space. And the glass does open up as well. But it's a little chilly today. It's not even cold. It's just very windy here, so I'm actually going to keep that closed. And the last little thing, this car is an incredibly safe car. And I just want to show you the engine bay. Where do they think of everything on this car? All the crumple zones and everything like that. A car can always be replaced, but your life is very important. So BMW knows about that. They put all these crumple zones inside the car. If you get into a serious accident or somebody rear ends or anything like that, the car will collapse down. The car may look pretty bad, but you'll be just fine inside. And it really showed proof to us. One of our finance manager's car got flipped around while his buddy was driving it, and he came out just fine. It was really impressive. That really paid testament to how safe BMW makes their cars. Really cool stuff here. And you can see there's just plenty of space. And this is that 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. So 228 horsepower, 258 foot-pounds of torque. Really nice and easy. And of course, even though the battery is located in the rear, they still put the terminals up here. So God forbid you got to jump start somebody, they still make it nice and easy for you. So you don't have to worry about a thing making things overly complicated or anything like that. But if you do have any questions regarding this car or any other car in our lot, we're always happy to get you all taken care of. Other than that, we hope to hear from you soon and hope you're having a great day. Take care. Bye. And stay warm.